Someone recently commented on one of my videos that it was so distracting from my message that I was wearing so much makeup. And you may know me as Reverend Meg, the happy medium, but what you may not know is that I used to be a professional makeup artist. So today I'm going to teach you how to do a classic smoky eye while also teaching you how to take your power back and not give it away. Because realistically, this is a subtle example of someone giving their power away, their power to pay attention away to me. So I've just put some foundation on my hand and I'm going to go over here. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay. I've been using it for years and I absolutely love it. I'm not going to put any foundation down here because why? It's just going to get eyeshadow on it and then I'd have to clean it up. So do the bottom of your face last. Love a professional makeup artist. We work in layers when we are doing base, just like when we are healing. I like using this on my eyelid. You can use a separate eye primer, but that's a lot of work. So contour, I just take the stick and I actually just get it on my beauty blender so I can smush it in right around my hairline because my forehead is huge. And I just get all of this up here done before I do my eye makeup. I really don't draw anything directly onto my face because it makes it harder to blend. And why would we make things harder when we can make things easier? Then I just do a little concealer right through here because I have skin damage because I love the sun. Oops. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. It's cheap and it works great. Push, do not wipe. Okay, so let's talk about what power is. Your personal power is your free will. That is what power is. It is free will. So essentially, your ability to choose what you think, what you do, what you feel, and how you do your eyebrows. I'm not going to tell you how to do that, it's too personal. But what I do is outline those baby blondes and then fill it in like I'm coloring. But no matter what you do, try to stay true to your natural shape, just like you want to try to stay true to who you naturally are in your life because it's too hard to pretend to be somebody else. I'm super oily, so I set my eyelids down with a little bit of pressed powder. Tarte, Maneater, we're going to go for that one. So you're going to want to dip your brush in there and then you're going to want to tap it a bit so shit doesn't get everywhere. So one of the reasons why we give our power away is because we're essentially taught to give our power away. People really aren't taught how to be accountable for what they think and how they feel in any way, because even when we're kids, we see adults modeling blaming everything on everybody else from a very young age. So then we grow up and do it and give our power away. See kind of the teardrop I'm forming because we want to pull everything up. And I'm smushing, not like brushing. See, teardrops. If it doesn't look ridiculous at this point, you're doing something wrong. Now we're going to put a lighter color, boop, 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 right in the inner corner and in the crease. I know that sounds weird, but we're going to do it anyway. So a lot of us really don't like the word accountability because it was weaponized against us when we were kids, right? So we hear accountability and we think to ourselves, ugh, and like, oh, I'm completely accountable. But the thing is, a lot of time we're not, and that's how we are giving our power away. So I got a bigger brush and I just put it in the inner corner and then ran it all the way through my crease, right? To kind of blend out that hard edge. And then you just blend more, right? And remember, follow your natural shape. It's too hard to be anybody but you. And I'm going to do kind of a shimmery medium dark color. This one. Tap. And then we're going to just stay in that upper corner for the most part. We're going to be bored with it. And then we can kind of cruise it over like this and then just do little swirly swirls. Don't worry if you're making a mess. You're not having fun unless you're making a mess. So it's really important as we are growing up, whatever age that is, to kind of rebrand accountability as something empowering and not something that's scary or terrifying, right? Because when we're accountable, we're holding on to our personal power. And when we're not, we're often disempowering ourselves by blaming how we feel on everything else instead of taking control and our power back. And then just blend over the top again. And I know that's easier said than done. And it's much harder than a smoky eye to do that. But I believe in you and you can do it, and it will make you feel more empowered. I'm not going to put a highlight color up here because it's not the early 2000s. Thanks. And I'm just going to take this edge of a beauty blender and I'm going to follow my natural shape all the way up to clean that out and to create a nice little straight line. Remember, follow your natural shape because it's too hard to be anybody but you. I'm just gonna lay my beauty blender down right there and smush. Still has a little leftover foundation. I don't want any extra gunk there because then it'll just get caught up in, you know, fine lines over there. I don't need to accentuate those. No, ma'am. I use liquid liner because I'm a masochist, but you don't have to. The key is with this, remember, work in angles. Your eye is already round. You don't need to make any little round movements. See, I literally just made boop, boop, like straight lines, and then I'm going to fill in that little chunk. There we go. Wunderbar. So with mascara, oh, by the way, this is like my favorite mascara. It is so cheap. It's CoverGirl, the Super Sizer. Don't get the waterproof one though, because you never get off your lashes, like ever. You want to look down, right, and do a little shimmy at first. Get your lashes where you want them. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Kind of like when we shimmy all of our negative feelings about accountability away. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. All right, first layer of mascara on. How many layers do you need? As many that makes your heart happy. So one of the most important things to do when you are trying to take your power back to make it a little bit easier is to be really firm on what you're choosing to do. Like if you're choosing to watch a video, choose to watch it no matter what. You know, choose to set down any of the distractions that you're experiencing and focus in on the purpose of you watching it. And you really can apply that to absolutely anything. Like if you're going to a party to have a good time and there's someone there that you don't love, just refocus your attention on, I'm here to have a good time. I'm not going to give my power away to this person I don't like over here. I'm just going to be here and have a good time no matter what. Contour on the booty bender and then on the face. And it is almost always possible, right, to choose to have a good time no matter what. And if it's not possible, don't give yourself a hard time. Don't blame anybody else and just agree that you need to get the heck out of there and that is okay. This is the Clientele under eye concealer, and it is my favorite under eye concealer on the planet and has been for over 20 years. They only have one color though, so if you're not Scandinavian, you might be hosed with this one. And I know that some of this might sound harsh, like I can't choose to not be bothered. And like the thing is it all starts with the I can. And that's how we start to take our power back in the world, is we start saying, I can instead of I can't. This is the Tarte press powder. You can tell I like Tarte. Tarte's really great stuff, guys. Pushing, not brushing. I do a shade like kind of too dark for my skin, but that's because my face is much lighter than the rest of me because I use crazy sunscreen because I have sun damage that I'm treating because I loved the sun when I was younger and still do. Oops. I do blush in a triangular shade, but you may want to do differently depending on your face type. Pushing, not brushing. I leave the foundation on my lips because I have lots of scars. Darling Mocha. Remember, you can do my free Take Your Power Back workshop on my site. Mwah!